In this quick lesson, I want to talk to you about a really cool feature that I love about JHipster, and that is the generation of some really good documentation in the form of a GitHub README. So here we are on the JHipster course GitHub repository, and as you can see, my README right now is pretty lame. I'm just not good at writing helpful READMEs, just something I stink at, and I really need to do a better job of. But if we go ahead and look at our project here and we jump into the README, again, this is generated for us. This wasn't something that I wrote out. You can see that there's a lot of information going on here. And so this is pretty cool. So let's jump back to GitHub. We're going to jump into the JHipster task. This is the source code. And this is what this looks like. So no matter what you're doing, it generates this README file with some basic information to get someone else who comes across your project up and running very quickly. So there's just a quick task section. Obviously, you can start to add on to this if you want to create more information about what this project does. Development shows you what you need to do in development. Then we run yarn install, and basically this will go ahead and update the dependencies when that changes. How to manage dependencies. So now we're talking about the Angular CLI if they're not used to using that. It says you can also use the Angular CLI to generate some custom code. So that will go ahead and create our front-end components. Now when we get into a production stage, how can you optimize this application for production? How can you test it? How can you test the front end? What if you use Docker to simplify your development? It has all the Docker compose commands here for you. And finally, continuous integration if you use something like that in your systems. So again, just something very small, but I think one of the really cool features of JHipster, it just doesn't leave out anything. Like, it's always the details that make something pretty special, and I really like this about JHipster. So I thought I would share that with you, and let's go ahead and move on to the next one.